to another Secret Influence TV interview. And today I'm going to be talking to Moshoodat K Oladejo, who's a life and business coach, and she helps women achieve their goals and be accountable. But before I chat to Moshoodat, I was going to say that Secret Influence TV is a YouTube channel which aims to help people communicate more powerfully and influence people, because influence is the most important skill for success in life and for business. So there's sharing of regular tips and also interviewing people who are influencers in their own area. It could be writers, entrepreneurs, speakers, coaches. Every time I interview someone different, but each time the aim is for their personal interview to share their tips to help you be inspired, upskilled, and be able to influence better. So I'm now going to introduce Moshoodat and say, well, welcome Moshoodat, welcome to Secret Influence TV.
Thank you, Nick.
And so you're a life and business coach, and you help women.
Yes, I am.
Being accountable. So could you just explain, what exactly that is? How do you help people in this area?
All right. Thank you, Nick. I'm Moshoodat K Oladejo. I'm a life and business coach, and my coaching is inspiring and empowering women to be their best version. So being their best version is very broad, and you'd like me to break that down. So my niche is helping people to have clarity and structure, whether it's with their work-life balance, whether it's areas in procrastination, or whether it's areas in changing careers. Most of my clients are mothers like myself. I'm married with 4 children. And for me to talk the talk, I've actually walked the walk. So I've had to juggle work and life. And that's why I can actually empower other people and coach them in that area. As I mentioned earlier, I'm a mom of 4. So juggling work, as well as being a life and business coach, I have a background in finance. So trying to juggle that work, my own personal business with my 4 children, being married, also doing my diploma. So like having a full plate for ensuring that there's clarity and structure in all areas, trying to prioritize things that needs to be done, ensuring that I'm very present with my children and still working on my business and still be my best version at work. So it's all about helping people to prioritize, not to procrastinate, and to look at ways whereby they can succeed in life and have ensure that there is structure and clarity in their lives so that they won't be burnt out. Because when you're trying to do so much, it can result in burnout or stress. But having a coach like myself, I can sit with you. Now everything is mainly online now, but once everything is much better, I have people that I'm coaching one-to-one. I coach one-to-one, I also coach online. So just like ensuring that people follow their goals. And having a coach will prevent you from procrastinating.
Fantastic. Thank you for sharing, Moshoodat. And I definitely relate to that. I think if we are an entrepreneur or working for ourselves in some capacity, it's definitely not a 9-to-5 job. And even if we're not actually working, we're probably working our mind, because we're the pressure of obviously working for ourselves. There's no guaranteed income unless we make a profit. We get clients and customers and sales. So I totally get what you're saying as I work myself. And also I think from what you're saying, it is so important to have a coach. Even the most successful, richest people in the world, they all have coaches. I was thinking of Richard Branson and Bill Gates, and even these people who are multimillionaires and at the top of their game, so most respected, successful businessmen, they have coaches and mentors. So even if you're you can always learn from someone else. And I think whether it's a coach or mentor, having someone to guide you, support you in some capacity is so important. So yeah, what you say definitely resonates with me. When you said at the beginning, you hold your clients accountable, I mean, that's obviously clearly important, because if you make goals but don't keep them, or you have a plan, you don't follow it, then you're never going to move forward. How do you keep your clients accountable? How do you do that?
All right, thank you. So by keeping them accountable is during the coaching sessions. So when you know that there is a coach facilitating you and guiding you, that keeps you accountable and you take ownership of your goals. So if we've had a coaching session and you know that in 2 weeks' time, you're going to have a follow-up coaching session and you're going to work on your action plans. At each session, we talk about action plans, and there's a date by which you should work on those plans. So that's all about keeping you accountable, because you've set yourself a deadline, and that's the power of coaching. You're accountable, you take ownership of your goals. Your coach is facilitating you, ensuring that those goals are achieved. So it's all on you to ensure that those goals at the time you've stated, you ensure that it's done, so that there's clarity and structure at the next coaching session. And you have to tell me as a coach what you've done, what you've understood about yourself, the success and the growth. And in coaching, it's all about the progress. There's no failure in coaching. It's all feedback. What have you learned about yourself?
So someone wanted to make sure that they kept to their promises in that way, would you say a couple of things they could do would be to write it down and share with someone else who by doing those two things, they're two basic things that people could be more accountable to themselves by writing it down and sharing it?
Definitely. Okay. Because we've got so much in our head, and sometimes you have so much in your head and you don't know which is priority, which you want to work on first. But when you write it down, set a date when you want to achieve it by, or how many days or hours you want to work on every week. And then you have someone following up with you, looking at your progress, where you are and where you want to be. That helps you get to the next level faster than having everything in your head and just procrastinating.
Fantastic. And this last year has been very challenging with, the COVID restrictions and different, the lockdowns. Have you found that, the women you work with, women have been struggling more? And if so, is there any particular areas? Is it certain types of pressures that have arisen in the last year that you are finding? What have you found, in that way that as lockdown affected your?
With regards to a couple of women I've been coaching, it's been quite overwhelming, because when you've got work, you're working from home, and then during the first lockdown, we start to homeschool children. So there was a lot of pressure on parents trying to juggle so much at the same time, be a teacher overnight. Still, like, if you're employed and you're working from home, still your employer still expects you to meet the deadlines. You're still meant to be a teacher, still meet your deadline. So there was a lot of pressure on parents. And then sometimes people actually mentioned, like, with regards to the self-care, we're able to take too much care of themselves, because as parents, your priorities like the children. So those were the areas I was, coaching them on how they could have more time for themselves, looking at the time they're free. And now this second lockdown is different from the first one, because this one now, the children are in school. So they can have me time if they're at home and the children are in school. So it's working on those days where they can have time for themselves, because it's very important that we take care of ourselves so that we are stronger, fitter, physically, mentally, psychologically, to be able to take care of everyone around us. So those are areas that have, been helping women with their well-being, self-care, and prioritizing things.
I think most people can sort of associate with a lot of the issues you talk about, whether they're women or men. Certainly with you having to adjust spending more time with family, working from home. What if you could give 3 sort of tips to people for managing the increasing pressures and adjusting to the changes in lifestyle we've had and the stress? If you could share 3 tips, what would they be?
All right, 3 tips I would share, which I know I use and works for me: meditation and deep breathing. You just being aware of your breath, and having moments whereby you're having good breaths, breathing in deeply and out, and being present, not having so much in your brain, just being in the moment, being calm and at peace with yourself and your surrounding. That's been very helpful. Also, gratitude, because with the period where we are in, there's a lot of stress, anxiety with people. So sometimes my own tip that's really been helping is gratitude that at least we've got life, you know, we are able to breathe, all these things. You have to shift your perspective. Everything, the lockdown is for our own good. It's all for our own good, because if we are all out there and the rate continue increasing and increasing, it might affect us or our family. So it's all for our own good. So it's all about you shifting your perspective and being gratitude that you're alive. And those that have passed away, we pray for all their souls. So, you know, just taking good care and just looking at, you know, good things in your life, you know, being grateful for like the health, being alive, the water, the air. When you're outside, looking at your surroundings, being aware and present when you're outside, not having too much on your brain, but looking at your surrounding and being thankful, like genuinely gratitude, not just saying it, but feeling it deep inside you. So like that's the second one. And then yoga, wherever you enjoy, like practicing, if you like indoor gym, or you like yoga, or you like music, something that will calm you down. Everyone is different. You know what works for you. So wherever works for you, that shifts your mood to like a peaceful, calm environment, just do it. So those are my tips.
Fantastic. No, I agree with that. I think sometimes we can get overwhelmed with stress and when sorts of things going on, and it is important to sometimes to appreciate the little things we have sometimes. And you know, if we can appreciate the little things, then it can help us not get that overwhelmed. So everything's being done online in the moment. Do you prefer the live coaching one, you know, with people, or do you prefer the one, you know, the online? Do you have any preference? I
don't have any preference. I enjoy both, but obviously for everyone's safety, everything is online now, because we all have to take care of ourselves. We have to be our brothers and our sisters' keepers. So everything is online now. But when everything is the rate is better and we're all up and about, then definitely one-to-one. But ideally, online is what's going on now.
Yeah. No, of course, but won't be forever, hopefully. So if people want to contact you, I mean, I'll share your details, but what's the best way people want to, who are interested in getting some coaching?
All right, so I've got my Instagram page. It's MK Oladejo, OLADEJO _coaching. I'm rebranding with my website, so I've been a lot of marketing and rebranding. So my website is rebranded now, and my contact details. I've got my email address, KEHINDE111@hotmail.com, and then people can email me, and then we can take it further from there.
Okay, so I'm sure a lot of things that Moshoodat has been sharing will resonate with most people. They're common themes, common challenges, and now we need more support than ever, I think. And it's always good to have someone, you know, professional. So Moshoodat is very experienced, very skilled, and you know, I urge you, you know, if anything she said resonates for you, to get in touch. But I actually met Moshoodat a few times, and we are speaking at an event together on 12th December. So yes. I'm going to talk a little bit about that. The event is called Empower to Fulfill Your Potential, and it is essentially an event to help people sort of cope better with some of the challenges, you know, particularly in the moment with COVID, and to not just sort of survive and get by, but to actually sort of thrive. So at the moment, you know, with all the economic challenges, you know, of COVID, there's a lot of businesses struggling, a lot of people made redundant, you know, where we socialise, being restricted, you know, it is a lot more stressful and there's a lot more pressure on us. So to be successful and to keep positive, you know, we do have to make sure we have the skills, business skills, to make sure that, you know, we do take our business forward, and you know, we keep getting more customers, and we're getting profitable, and we're growing our business, and also, you know, inside us we have the right leadership skills and confidence to achieve our goals. So this event, Empower to Fulfill Your Potential, is to give you all those tips and that you can implement straight away. So we have 5 fantastic speakers. One of them myself. I'm a professional copywriter, and I've worked in marketing for over 25 years. So what I do is I help businesses build their brand, a unique brand, and turn the customers into fans, and write copy that influences and inspires their audience to get more sales. So we also have a leadership and management expert, an international transformational coach, and a lawyer and inspiration coach. So there are 5 speakers, and one of them is Moshoodat. So Moshoodat, would you like to share what you're going to be talking about at the event? What some of the tips you're going to be perhaps sharing? But yeah, what area are you going to be talking about? How will you do?
All right, thanks, Nick. So as Nick has mentioned, we've got our event, Empower to Fulfill Your Potential, coming up on the 12th of December, 2020. And the ticket is on Eventbrite. We've got 5 speakers that are actually experts in their niche. Like Nick has said, public speakers, experts in branding, strategy coach, life coach. I'm a life and business coach. So 5 of us are coming together to share tips that will empower people, inspire people, and empower them to thrive in their lives. So as a life and business coach, I'm going to be delving into why you need life coaching in your life, how life coaching can impact in your lives. I'm going to be talking about growth mindset. I'm going to be talking about positive mental attitude, the benefits of having a positive mental attitude, and how it can benefit your life. I'm also going to be talking about limiting beliefs, how limiting beliefs can affect your life and prevent you from achieving your goals. I'm also going to talk about wheel of life, how you can use wheel of life to balance your life. So it's going to be very impactful. It's going to be very entertaining and insightful. So we just urge you to go to Eventbrite and book your ticket. It's value for money. Trust me. You've got 5 speakers, experts in their niche, coming up together to teach you and to move you forward. So go on Eventbrite and book your tickets.
Fantastic. So thanks for sharing that. So, I'll be sharing the link below this video. It's available, tickets available on Eventbrite. It is going to be a lot of packed content. The speakers will be sharing, all their tips on their specialist area, things you can implement straight away. So there's going to be the secrets to building a unique brand, turn customers into fans. Myself, one of the speakers is going to show how to build and run a successful business through great leadership management skills, how to find your voice and build self-confidence through public speaking, body language, and then Moshoodat's going to talk about how about resilience and positive mental attitude, how to develop that. Because genuinely in life, to be successful, we need the right skill, mindset, to be able to have a confidence, self-belief, and focus and concentrate and cope with stress. And then we also need the right skill set. And I actually think the mindset is the most important, but we do need both. And this event, we're going to be teaching you both mindset and skill set.
Skill sets.
So I hope to see you on the 12th of December, where you can listen and chat to myself and Moshoodat, as well as the other 3 speakers. That's the end of the interview, Moshoodat. So thank you for your time.
Thank you, Nick. Thanks for inviting me. It's been a pleasure.
And speaking to you again soon.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.